Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Up a minute, an ever-growing list of soap stars affected by the wildfires ravaging the Los Angeles area comes the news that young and restless icon Eric Braeden has had to abandon his family home due to the encroaching threat. Braeden shared the update on his Instagram account along with a positively heartbreaking video in which he explains briefly that he has to leave and says goodbye. The fires can be seen nearby in the clip, which he filmed by the swimming pool, and caption saying goodbye, see it below. Braeden's co-stars were quick to respond to the distressing post with words of love and encouragement. Beth Mond Tracy told him prayers rising dear one, while Melissa Orway, who plays his on-screen daughter Abby, said, "I'm so sorry, sending you so much love and hugs, stay safe." Colin Zenk, who is Victor's newest nemesis Jordan on Young and Restless, expressed how heartbroken she was for him and added, "Oh Eric, stay safe." Tamara Clatterbuck and Al Lum of the soap, who played a character named Alice Johnson, also told the star she was praying for him. Many fans and followers also sent their love and support in a dramatic turn of events. Eric Braeden, renowned for his iconic role as Victor Newman on Twiz's The Young and the Restless, found himself amidst one of Southern California's most terrifying natural disasters, the raging wildfires that have swept through Los Angeles. Known for his commanding presence both on screen and off, Braeden's real-life battle with the wildfires has not only captured the attention of his fans, but also serves as a stark reminder of the increasing ferocity of climate change and the vulnerability that even celebrities face in the face of nature's wrath. On the evening of a typical fall day in Los Angeles, when the winds began to whip through the dry brush of Southern California, the wildfires that had already begun to scorch various parts of the state turned into a nightmare. These fires, which are a constant threat in California, were made even more dangerous by high winds and record-breaking temperatures for those living in fire-prone areas such as Braeden, who resides in one of Los Angeles' more scenic neighborhoods. These are perilous conditions. Braeden, having lived in the area for decades, is no stranger to the risks posed by wildfires. Yet nothing could have prepared him for the harrowing evacuation order that was issued late one evening, when the flames grew alarmingly close to his home. In a turn of irony, the man who had portrayed the determined and always in control Victor Newman was forced to leave everything behind and evacuate with his family and beloved pets. It was late in the night when Braeden received the evacuation order. The smoke had thickened, the air growing increasingly toxic, and the acrid scent of burning wood started to seep into his home. Though he had WT is the devastation of wildfires in California for years, it was the first time he had personally been ordered to leave his property under such dire circumstances. His wife, actress and model Dale Christine, was by his side as they rushed to gather essential belongings, documents, medications, and items of sentimental value. Braeden, who had lived through countless crises on the set of The Young and the Restless, was now facing an entirely different kind of emergency. As the flames drew nearer, he reflected on the unpredictable nature of life despite his celebrity status and the comforts of a luxurious lifestyle. This was a reminder that no one is immune to the forces of nature. His experience is shared by thousands of Californians who face similar dangers every year, each one of them vulnerable to the fury of wildfires that have become a staple of the state's climate crisis. As Brent's Instagram post about his evacuation made its way across the internet, his fans were quick to offer their support. His message was one of gratitude for the safety of his family and a heartfelt thanks to the first responders working tirelessly to contain the blaze. His post revealed the emotional weight of the situation, with Braeden's typically composed demeanor giving way to the raw vulnerability that comes with such a life-altering event. He shared photos of his family loading their cars with essentials, preparing for the uncertainty of what would come next. As the wildfire rapidly spread, communities across Los Angeles scrambled to evacuate. Local authorities worked around the clock to coordinate efforts and keep residents informed about the fire's progression, with Braeden's neighborhood among those most affected. It was clear that his evacuation was not an isolated incident. Thousands of families were displaced, forced to leave their homes behind in the hopes that they would not be consumed by the flames. For many, the destruction was catastrophic. Homes, memories, and in some cases entire lives were lost. Braeden's post about his evacuation resonated with many of his followers, particularly those who had experienced similar struggles. The wildfires had become an annual occurrence in California, and many residents had to adapt to this new reality, constantly preparing for the worst. In his post, Ron shared that he had seen the devastation from a distance in past years, but never fully understood the terror that comes with it until now. The feeling of helplessness, the fear of the unknown, and the discomfort of leaving your home behind were palpable. In his words, the public's reaction to his evacuation was a mix of concern, empathy, and admiration. Fans expressed their well wishes and prayers for Braeden and his family, but many also voiced their support for all those affected by the fires. It wasn't just about a celebrity evacuating his home, it was about a shared human experience that transcended fame, wealth, and status. In the face of an unpredictable natural disaster, everyone, no matter their background, was equally vulnerable. Braeden's fans were quick to rally around the cause, sharing resources for fire victims and donating to relief efforts. Braeden himself, ever the public figure, used his platform to shed light on the importance of supporting first responders, firefighters, and the communities devastated by the fires. His acknowledgement of the heroic efforts of the fire crews and volunteers was a reflection of the gratitude he felt for those who risked their lives to save others. Thankfully, Braeden and his family were able to evacuate to safety, and they later learned that their property had survived the blaze. However, the experience was a sobering one. Like many others who fought the destruction of wildfires, Braeden now finds himself reflecting on the fragility of life and the impact of climate change on the state he has called home for so many years. California has long been at the epicenter of the climate crisis, with record heat waves, droughts, and of course, the increasingly frequent wildfires that ravaged the state. In an interview following the evacuation, Braeden spoke candidly about the profound effect the fire had on him. He expressed his desire to use his platform to advocate for greater action on climate change and to encourage individuals to make a difference in the fight for a healthier, more sustainable future. The wildfires, he noted, are just one symptom of a much larger problem that requires urgent attention. Braeden's experience serves as a wake-up call not only for those living in California, but for the rest of the world. As wildfires continue to escalate, it becomes more important than ever to address the root causes of these devastating events. The dangers of climate change are undeniable, and they affect everyone from the most vulnerable communities to the wealthiest neighborhoods in Los Angeles. For Braeden, the evacuation was a personal reminder that life is fragile and unpredictable. Though he may portray a character who is always in control, the events of the wildfire has shown that nature and the challenges it presents are not something that can be managed with wealth or fame. It's a humbling realization, one that Braeden has shared with his fans and with the world, urging all to act in ways that help combat the ongoing crisis that affects us all. The story of Eric Braeden's evacuation is one of survival, resilience, and the power of community in the face of disaster. It reminds us that no matter who we are or where we live, we all face the same challenges when nature's fury strikes. While Braeden's fame may have made his story more widely known, it is the shared experience of those impacted by the wildfires that speaks to the heart. The matter, the fires, the fear, the loss, and the recovery are things that bind us together regardless of fame or fortune. The strength of the human spirit is what will carry us forward, just as it has done for Eric Braeden, his family, and the thousands of others who have faced the wrath of the California wildfires.